I made a video reviewing Dororo before, and although it didn't do well in terms of views, this anime is just too good for me to make only one video about. Usually after making an anime review, I try to make videos where I talk about the anime and kinda go in depth with some aspects of the show that I found interesting. Some of you might call it milking, but I call it, it's kinda like milking. As you guys know, I love anime OPs. Even if you look at my favorite animes, you'll notice that almost every single one of them has an OP that slaps. Mob Psycho, Ping Pong the Animation, The Promised Neverland, Demon Slayer, yes, I know, I'm a casual, Haikyuu, Vinland Saga, okay, I think you get my point by now. And Dororo is no exception. I mean, the main reason I watched Dororo is because I saw the OP. And you guys might be asking yourselves, well, how did you watch the OP if you haven't heard of the anime before? Ah yes, good question, you filthy weeb. So if any of you have used YouTube before, at least the desktop version, you would know that YouTube makes a playlist for you automatically. So without knowing, I clicked on the Dororo one. And yeah, that's basically it. A very interesting story, I know. So in this video, I will be analyzing Dororo's OP. And before we begin with the video, why not subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube. We are first presented with Hyakumaru looking off to the side, and there's this light on his chest, maybe showing that even though he doesn't look like a human from the outside, he still has the heart of one. And according to my good friend Wikipedia, light is the source of goodness and the ultimate reality. It accompanies transcendence into the nirvana of Buddhist beliefs. It is the sun and it is the avenger of evil and darkness. Or if you want a better explanation that actually makes sense, here is the second one. Light equals good, dark equals bad, I think. In the next clip, we can see Dororo with her or his, I don't want to assume genders, arms crossed. And a cool thing I noticed is that when you rewind back to Hyakumaru, he is sort of looking down, either indicating that he is sad or looking at someone who is shorter than him. And who is the only person that is short and travels with Hyakumaru? Yes, you guessed it, Elon Musk. Also, if you look at the direction of the wind, it's moving from left to right, so we can safely say that Hyakumaru is looking at Dororo. And you guys might be asking yourselves, well, what does that mean? I actually don't know. It was kinda cool, so I just wanted to point it out. If you look closely at Dororo, you'll notice that there are wheats. Wheats are usually a symbol of life and fertility, which kinda fits the description of Dororo, if you think about it at least. Or maybe the wheats could refer to Dororo's desire to get her land back. The next scene shows us a river and there's some sort of basket floating on top. That is most likely referring to Hyakumaru, when one of the mates put Hyakumaru on a boat. And the transitions in the OP are so clean, even cleaner than my soap. For example, the transition between all of the dead people on the ground to Hyakumaru looks so smooth. I didn't even notice it until I watched the OP a couple of times. Speaking of transitions, another cool one is when they use the leaves. It's kinda hard to see, but with the power of editing, or by just playing the video at 0.5 times speed, you can easily see it. And when the camera gets closer, you can literally see the fire in Hyakumaru's eyes. Usually when people have quote-unquote fire in their eyes, they have the passion or desire for someone that is so intense, it shows in their eyes. And in Hyakumaru's case, it shows in his eyes literally. His soul is consumed with thoughts of this person. And this maybe shows his love towards Dororo.
FBI, open up!
No, not in that sense. You know what I mean. Couple of seconds later, we can see Hyakumaru on his knees. And I really don't know what this scene inherently means, but I do have some theories in mind. If you noticed at the beginning of the opening, you can see Hyakumaru with some sort of light in his chest, and in this scene, you can see the same light but it's not in his chest anymore. Maybe showing that Hyakumaru has lost all hope. Or it could foreshadow Mio's death, but I highly doubt that, cause if you skip a couple of seconds later, we can see Hyakumaru holding Mio's hand, but when the camera pans out, we can see him without Miyu. So it's most likely not the case. And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but the song itself slaps. Just listen to it yourself. I just love how the camera gives us a 360 view of the characters, and the subtle details just wraps up this gift. For example, they showed the yellow flowers, but when Miyu was gone, the flowers were gone too. According to my good friend Wikipedia, yes, I know I said that joke twice now, yellow flowers represent joy and lightheartedness. They are also a symbol of friendship, new beginnings and happiness, so it makes sense why they remove the flowers. Just talking about this OP gives me goosebumps. After that, they basically show us a montage of Hyakumaru's fights. And another thing I noticed is that when they show us an important character, they are sometimes semi-transparent, and within them you can see their memories. And the OP ends off with Dororo and Hyakumaru looking at opposite directions. If you look at the clip before, Hyakumaru and Dororo were together, maybe foreshadowing that they will go their different paths at the end of the anime. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, a subscription would be greatly appreciated. So anyways, my name is Soap, and I'll see you in another video. Hey you, do you have friends? Do you have a family? Why not join the most epic Discord server in the world? You can message me, chat with others, and talk about soap.
You know how much you mean to me. Why must you leave? I'm just a